Hi everyone and welcome back to Writing Tip of the Week. My name is Julie Stigmeyer and I work with the GSCP in writing support. Today we're going to talk about avoiding plagiarism and using outside sources correctly. It can be a challenge for us to cite everything we need to in our papers, but it's really important to do so that we avoid plagiarism. That is, the use of someone else's words or ideas as your own without giving credit to that person. And it can result in serious consequences in school, but even outside academics. Leaders and writers who have plagiarized have faced loss of jobs or awards or other public scrutiny. So it's important to avoid. What is plagiarism? It can be borrowing ideas or language without giving credit, or borrowing from your own work from another class without permission of both instructors. I'm going to focus today on the second of these. Here's an example of a sentence, a quote about apes who do sign language. If the existence of a signing ape was unsettling for linguists, it was also startling news for animal behaviorists. So now I'm going to show you an unacceptable version of a paraphrase. Davis, 2005, observed that the existence of a signing ape unsettled linguists and startled animal behaviorists. So why is this unacceptable? Well, for one thing, we have a very similar sentence structure. That's okay, but it makes it very difficult to make your sentence, your language more unusual or different from the original. And we have the unsettling toward linguists and the startling toward animal behaviorists, just like the original. So it's too similar. The language is too similar, even though we have the citation. So an acceptable paraphrase, notice how this restructures the whole sentence and tells the unsettling and startling part in a different way. When they learned of an ape's ability to use sign language, both linguists and animal behaviorists were taken by surprise. So we have the correct citation, and this is told in such a way that it's different from the original while still conveying the same idea. Let's take a look at some ideas for how to paraphrase correctly. First, I always recommend you read and fully understand the passage. This might require you some extra time to really grasp what this passage is saying. Then, as you compose your paraphrase, avoid language that's too similar. Maybe consider restructuring the whole sentence. That makes it much easier to avoid that similar language. And then be sure to put quotation marks around any borrowed words or terminology. That's all for this week's writing tip. Join me next week as we learn more writing tips and ideas. Get in touch for writing support, and happy writing.